The San Francisco 49ers are heading into a scorcher this weekend. I flew all the way from Denver only to come to hotter weather and to be disappointed by how hot it's probably going to be. But I'm excited to get into today's injury update. There's some new information that just came out I'm excited to share with you. Some of it is super positive, and we got to talk about it. We got to break it down. That's what we do here. If you're new here, I'm Nate. Love talking the 49ers. Please consider a like and sub. If you haven't yet, I would genuinely appreciate it. So there's a lot of little pieces of news to get to while we're talking about the scorching hot Sunday game against the Arizona Cardinals, which I am excited to be standing in the stands for. The 49ers will be changing their uniforms. They were going to go to all whites, but couldn't get that passed. The Cardinals will be in all whites, so the 49ers are going to do the red jerseys, red throwbacks with white pants, as you can see in the picture here. And I can't actually, the rest of it's behind a paywall, but essentially it was about what happened and the whole situation that played out, which I thought was kind of interesting, but it doesn't matter because we got to get to the injury update, which I think is fantastic, and my camera might bug out every once in a while, but you can see what's on the screen. That's all that matters. General Manager John Lynch raved about Greenlaw on KMBR this morning and spoke about his progression, saying Dre's coming along well. I can tell you that. That's the best part of the news that you're going to hear as I go through this, that he is getting along well. He's working arduously to come back, but that's a significant injury that takes time. There's markers he has to hit, and he's doing really well. I can tell you Dre is getting more excited as we get closer. I don't have any updates as to exactly when it is, but I can tell you he's really progressing. Later on, he continued saying, we expect him to play at some point this year, and we're patiently waiting because we know when Dre is out there, he's such a difference maker. He's one of my favorite players to watch, the speed, the violence. He's a tone setter at the 49ers, and the 49ers really miss Dre Greenlaw. That's Nate talking here. The 49ers are definitely really missing Dre Greenlaw. Can't wait until he comes back. Another positive update on Ricky Pearsall. I guess it's positive. It's kind of 50-50 depending on how you're thinking about it, but Ricky's doing great. Really proud of the young man and how he's handled everything. It's tough for Ricky not to be out there on the field. I know the possibility for him to open up his window was earlier this week. At some point, we thought that might have been the case. It's not as if he had a setback because he has not yet started practicing. He just wasn't quite ready, and then he kind of elaborated on that, said when these guys are on injury lists, you can put them out there at practice, so you do as much as you can on the side to see how they respond, and I can tell you he's continuing to improve. That's the good news. He's continuing to improve. He really looks good doing what he's doing, but at some point we'll put him out there with the group, and then you have 3 weeks to officially put him on your game day roster, and we're looking forward to that time coming. Now, in addition to that, other injury updates that were pretty excellent to get today was that George Kittle and Fred Warner are back on the field. They were limited participants, unfortunately, so that's not where you'd like them to be, but it's better than where they were yesterday when they were not practicing. I still think that we're in a little bit of a tricky spot with both of these guys. I just don't think that they're going to be on the field, unfortunately. I'd like to be wrong. I hope I'm wrong. I would like to watch them play. I think it would be a lot of fun to see them in the flesh, but unfortunately, I'm not sure if that's going to happen. It does not look good for either of them. Then later today, we got the full update, which includes a lot of important details here, but the San Francisco 49ers will have a shot at getting 2 of their biggest playmakers back in the lineup in time for a Week 5 matchup against the Arizona Cardinals. All-pros Fred Warner and George Kittle were sidelined Wednesday and Thursday, but they were limited today. I'm just skipping ahead here. Forward progress earned them a questionable injury designations. It also bodes well for the 49ers interior D-line that both Kevin Givens and Jordan Elliott were upgraded to full participants today in practice. That's good. Even with both avoiding injury designation, it's likely the team will once again continue to look for those practice squad members. We're talking about guys like Evan Anderson we saw last week doing some special stuff, and we like that. Head coach Kyle Shanahan also noted that he expects to move defensive lineman Kalia Davis, who had his injured reserve practice window open up this week, up to the 53-man roster. That would be great to have Kalia Davis back on the 53 and get him going. Here's where the news is, oh boy, not going to feel the best, all right? So Chris Conley did not participate. That one we're not going to probably feel a ton on the field, hopefully. because we have enough healthy guys there. Demetrius Flanagan-Fowles, however, we're going to feel that one. Did not participate today. Yetur Gross-Matos did not participate, and Isaac Yiadom did not participate today. So the young rookie, Ronaldo Green's going to be getting more snaps again this week. And then limited participation was Jacob Cowing, Fred Warner, and George Kittle. Again, don't worry about the camera. It's just bugging out right now. It's no big deal. Full participation was Kalia Davis, Jordan Elliott, Kevin Givens. Hufango is back in full participation again today. No surprise there. Juszczyk, Trent Williams, and D. Winters. So those are good signs. Happy about that. And we also need to remember it's going to be hot. Trent Williams is going to need his IV. A lot of guys, apparently, according to that Athletic article that I couldn't read because it's behind a paywall, but a lot of guys are probably going to need some IVs. That was part of the plan from Kyle Shanahan. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. I think that the game is going to be a tricky one with the injuries that we have. I think the linebacker core is going to be Devondre Campbell's going to need to have the best game of his season. That's for sure. We're going to need the best out of Devondre Campbell. Let me know what you guys think in the comments about how this is going to play out. If the 49ers can win with these weaknesses, if you think Fred Warner or George Kittle are going to be able to play, all of that good stuff and more. Look forward to joining you there as always. What a time to be alive. Let's go get it, Niners.